Fight fans, welcome to another edition of BPA's Thursday Night Fights, where tonight we're going to take a look at Lauren Avedon against Matthias Hughes. I am Chris the Brain, and joining me here at ringside is Chad Cruz, and we're about to look at this big final fight from No Retreat, No Surrender 2. And here comes Lauren Avedon, and he's about to give him some.
What's up, Brain? Yes, he is, and I've been dreaming about watching a Lauren Avedon fight for I don't know how long, and now it's finally here, and I couldn't be happier.
Here we go. Look at him just tossing some plunder at Matthias Hughes. This a very interesting movie because it is the first film for both men, really. I mean, Avedon had a few small roles prior to this, but his first starring role, and this is Matthias Hughes' first role, period, ever in anything. But one thing Avedon does bring to the table, though, is a wealth of martial arts experience. At this point, he had already been studying the martial arts for about 7 years.
Yeah, it's kind of wild how he even got the role. Is one of the things I read was he was just training in his dojo, and I believe it was the writer, one of the producers from the movie, had called to the dojo, and Avedon answered the phone, and they were asking about if anyone had experience or anyone had kind of the desire to audition for the role. Avedon answered the phone, he auditioned, he won the role. And there he is.
And part of the reason they needed people to audition was because, the first No Retreat, No Surrender had Kurt McKinney and Jean-Claude Van Damme, but when Van Damme backed out, he ended up bringing McKinney with him. So there was a void to fill, and these are the two gentlemen who filled those voids.
Yeah, for some reason nobody wants to film a movie in Cambodia in 1987. I don't get it.
Well, I
beautiful
know,
countryside.
I know the reason Van Damme gave for not wanting to do it, and he felt he might be violated in his back door by pirates. But
well, that's usually that's always a concern.
Yep.
Always. And what's great about this scene here as you're watching is Matthias Hughes is totally jacked, as you can tell, and I love that he just like instantly shreds his shirt. He just rips it off, like, bring this shit on. And Avedon, they just pile as many clothes on Avedon as possible because he's like a skinny dude.
And Matthias Hughes had no martial arts experience prior to this. Actually, when he got on set and they realized that, they kind of went off and did everything they could without him, and he stayed behind with one of the stunt guys, Hong Kong stunt guys, who trained him how to fight.
Yeah, he does a great job too. I mean, you watch. I mean, knowing that, you can go back and you can nitpick and say, oh, maybe it's not a clean punch. This kick's kind of weak looking, but I mean, he does a great job. And look at his career after this. He basically played this exact character for like the next 20 years.
Right.
So it's fantastic. And it looks like Avedon's trying to take a shit right now. Or deliver a baby, one of the two.
Yeah, he's in the stirrups right
there. What is happening?
Look out. Ooh.
Ooh. Was that the premiere? I don't know who that was.
It may have been Stalin. I don't know.
Looked like Phil Collins.
I said Stalin, not Phil Collins.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's great. Hughes has the power advantage here, and whatever that forearm situation he had going on there, it's like the Lex Luger forearm.
But bionic forearm.
The bionic forearm. But Avedon is so damn fast, and his kicks are freaking on point. So I mean.
Kicks. Ooh.
Oh, I love it.
Right into the furniture.
Right into the furniture.
Screw you, commie. Look at that.
Yeah,
Rip the flag
bastards.
Down. There you go.
Ooh. What an amazing way to drive this scene forward and take it towards to the finale with the Soviet flag over his head, strangling him with a rope, diving through a window. Come on, man.
Ripping through the flag.
Oh, it's beautiful. And I saw somewhere that he actually got injured filming this scene here.
Yeah, Matthias actually talks in great length about this in his book, Shirtless in Hollywood, that is available now.
Oh, it's a great book.
Anybody who wants to check that out. Matthias
super entertaining.
Gets into all the nitty-gritty details of his time in Hollywood. The good and the bad. And look at this, just being dragged.
He attempted to pull him, and then he realized, as a smart American would, is you tie him to a Jeep. It's too bad that wasn't like a sweet, like, military Jeep, like an American GI Jeep or something.
Into the drink. Oh, not just the drink. There's
The pit of crocodiles.
crocodiles. Pitfall Harry, eat your heart out.
Now, Brain, do you know the difference between crocodiles and alligators? How to?
No, I don't know that I don't know that
No.
I do. Why don't you enlighten us?
I don't know. This is 100% accurate, but I always thought it was the snout. You look at the snout; it's kind of a more square.
Okay.
Yeah, the longer, more narrow one I thought was the alligator, and the more squared off,
Okay. Yeah,
shorter snout was a croc. I don't know if that's true.
it's believable.
All I know is
Seems
that
like
if you
something
throw a
that.
jeep,
Ooh.
I mean, let's think about this.
And there you go.
Soviet flag on your head, asphyxiation with the rope, dragged by a jeep into a pit of crocodiles. A jeep falls on you and then is blown up with a machine gun.
Yeah.
Is that the best kill ever in a movie?
It's a definitive kill, that's for sure. There's no coming back for him, and
He's not going to be in No Surrender or No Retreat, No Surrender 3, is
he
he?
is not. Lauren Avedon was, but of course he's a completely different character.
Completely different character.
He was back for that one, but
Yeah.
you can make the argument 1987 Rookie of the Year, either man would qualify based on what we just said.
Absolutely. Of course. And that was Avedon's thing. Was like, hey, is he the greatest actor in the world? Not even close. But is he going to put on a great action scene? Absolutely. And are you going to be pretty entertained? 100%. What more can you ask for?
Right, and I think the thing about Avedon that sticks out to me is his emotion. That man could emote better than anybody else. I mean, so many of the action heroes are stoic and kind of stone faced.
Right.
He wears his heart on his sleeve, and I think that works for him. And
Yeah.
that's exactly why he continued to make as many movies as he did. And obviously Matthias Hughes and that look that he has. I mean,
Right.
that was tailor made for Hollywood and to be
100%.
to be the big brute and the big bad guy.
Right. And this film was the first film in the Avedon 3-picture deal with the studio. He did the No Retreat, No Surrender 3, which was a Blood Brothers, and then did the King of the
Kickboxers, right?
Which is with Belly Blanks, which has one of the best fight scenes in the history of cinema.
And I'm going to guess we're going to get to that in a future edition
It's coming.
of BPA's Thursday Night Fights. But I think we're about wrapped up for this one. For Chad
Yes,
Cruz, this is Chris the Brain. Thank you for watching, and remember, hit that subscribe button for Bulletproof Media.